I'm recording a down and dirty video 434, doing the boresighting and handoff mode for the Mavericks. I'm using IQT4. Current steer point is steer point 6. In IQT4, that's where some moving tanks are at. So I'm going to head that way. Fencing in. But for the boresighting, I'm going to put the master switch to sim. That way you don't accidentally fire off a Maverick while you're boresighting. Got the weapon page timed out still. The Mavs are powered on. Should be just a few minutes until they come up. 35 miles south of the steer point. No buildings yet, but I'll find a building up there and I'll create a mark point and I'll use that for boresighting. So I got the TGP on the left. I'm going to have the Maverick weapons page on the right. I've got 6 Mavericks loaded, 3 on each side. So I'll just boresight 2 stations. So for now I'm going to fast forward. Give enough time for the Mavericks to warm up. And there they are. The not timed out is gone. I can now go to the Maverick page, uncage, step to the next station, uncage again. I don't know why, but I always like to step back to the original location. 26 miles, I'm just now getting a picture coming in. Looks like I got a really nice big square building right here. Let's see if I can lock it. Probably not. Maybe I can zoom in. Still a little bit out of range. Some haze between us, preventing a lock. Okay, we got a good lock. First thing I'm going to do is make a steer point there. So mark page, TMS up. That creates mark point 26. I'm going to hit M select. That makes it my active steer point. Return out of the mark point page, and of course cursor 0, and right there's my building. So I want to zoom back out again. So now I'm going to boresight. First thing I want to do is throttle back a little bit. Slow down. I don't need to go so fast when I'm boresighting. Gives me more time. I see the building visual. Alright. Sim mode. Weapons are selected. All I have to do now is lock the building. Wait for the box to grow there so it gets a good point lock. I'm going to switch over to the Maverick. Slew it. Lock the Maverick. The cross has stopped flashing and it's got a good steady target. I'm going to hit boresight. It's done. I'm going to TMS down on the Mavericks so I can move it around now, but I'm going to step to the next one. I'm on the next station. Slew it. TMS up. Locked. The cross has stopped flashing. Hit boresight. And I'm done. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom back out on that. Switch back over to my TGP. Unlock that and zoom out. Now what I want to do is verify that I've got a good lock on that by just relocking it. So TGP page, TMS point lock. I'm on station 7. I got the Charlie indication on the Maverick and on the TGP page. TMS down on that. Step over to another station. I'm on my TGP page still. TMS up on that. I got a good lock on that and a Charlie indication on the top of the station there also. So I'm ready to go. I'm actually looking pretty good here. I got a nice line of tanks sitting here ready to go. So I'm going to actually mark one of those up. Let me mark the far line so the smoke doesn't deter it. So again, mark page, create that as the main steer point, cursor 0. Now I've got a tank already marked up and I'm at 5 miles out, so I'm getting in pretty close to the range on that. I should be able to TMS up on the tank and the Maverick page automatically slews to it. I'm still soy on the TGP. Need to go weapons arm. I've been pretty close on that shot, but I should be able to get a shot off and get out. If it was anything other than a training TE, I would definitely be out before I got within 5 miles or so. Shooting an 8-mile Maverick, we might as well be out far in safety zone so we don't get hit by a man pad or AAA. And as you can see, I got a direct on hit there. Climb up back to altitude, extend back out. I'll fast forward this a little bit. Heading south. Once I get about 10 miles, I'll turn back in again and see if I can get 2 shots from 10 miles out. Cursor 0 went off. That's because I'm maneuvering. So all my deltas are added into the sensor of interest, so you can see it's not quite pointing where it should accurately be. So the first thing I'm going to need to do as soon as I roll out and get done maneuvering, which is right there, cursor 0. Now I can zoom in, pick a target, wait for the carrot to get down in range on the Maverick. I got a Charlie indication, the cross is steady, and I can shoot. Now with the TGP, looks like I had done a cage additional weapons there. With it being on the TGP now, I can just do another TGP up. Cross is steady, Charlie indication. Now I can go to another one. And I got pretty much 3 quick shots in until I got down to 3 miles. And that was from 10 miles to 3 miles. That was kind of a pinch. I could have gone out to 15 miles and maybe even gotten a few more shots in. Looks like good hits on that. Sometimes the Mavericks are a little slow. They fly up in the air before they go down. And I think one more. It's funny, that's the first one. Sometimes the first one hits last.